something's wrong with us. And we sit with our girlfriends. We can sit with our girlfriends for like 3 or 4 hours, like drinking wine and just talking about the situation. But then we get so annoyed when we go to our boyfriends or our husbands to talk about it, thinking like we want to talk about it, right? And he's just like, all right, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because men fix problems, women listen, men fix. So I would get super annoyed with ex-boyfriends because I'm like, just listen to me. And he'd be like, I did. What do we want to do to fix the problem? And it would frustrate. And this was like me in my 20s, you know, and it would frustrate me to like no end because I'm like, I just need to listen to what I'm saying. He's like, I did listen. How do we fix the problem? And so I say it now, like I have girlfriends where they will tell me about the same problem over and over and over again. And I'm finally getting into this mindset of like, I think like a man now, where I'm like, all right, I've heard this story 15 times. What are you going to do to fix the problem? I've given you like 3 different solutions to fix the problem. You haven't done any. And I literally told one recently, don't talk to me about this anymore. Until you're ready to actually take action, I don't want to hear about this anymore. And I think that's the disconnect between men and women is women want to talk, men want to fix. So
we express our
life has really changed.
A man can't be emotional or vulnerable with you. A man's going to be emotional and vulnerable with you when you are a safe space for a man and you give him peace, he will be emotional and vulnerable with you.
Yes, that's true. That's what I'm stating. You need to have an emotional connection. Like in today, like you said, in your 20s, I'm in my 20s right now. So the generation has really, really changed, like really, really so much that women have actually become the men. And it's super crazy. It's really crazy right now. I agree with what you're saying as well. It's true. Men always find the problem. Women complain. But what I'm seeing, I'm speaking on the perspective of being in my 20s right now. It has completely changed. Honestly speaking, we've upped our game as women. Therefore, we've learned to study a man's mindset, that we're able to walk now in their shoes. Therefore, you have the argument of a feminist happening. Are you a feminist or not? Because now a woman can do a man's job.
Facts.
It's happening.
We are the problem solvers. I understand.
We're fixing our problems.
Right.
We're really fixing our problems. We're able to come, and what I'm like, we can go back to the fact that, we want a vulnerable man. Yes, there is a cutoff time for when you need to push, where we can accept it. But only time can tell when. But if you're really connected in that emotional standard, it will run for as long as it can. But also, you need to be vulnerable so we can discuss it, so we can both fix it. You can't fix it alone, right? Okay, communication.
I've got a question for the vulnerability part.
Real quick, guys. I need to chat real quick. Shout out to Fatty. Fatty with the super chat donation. Thank you, Fatty, for the donation. He has a question. How many of your boyfriend were the open nice guys? So that's a question he wanted to ask the ladies. Ladies, this question is like the guy that you chose, number one. How many of your past boyfriends were like that? Let's start with you, Shenequa.
Nice guys?
Yeah, like how many, like the guy he was referring to, the guy number one, open, vulnerable, and emotional. How many of your boyfriends in the past were like that?
Fuck, 0.
Okay, exactly. Okay. Exactly.
That's why I'm single now.
Yeah. Y'all
want to be hard all the goddamn time. Be vulnerable with me.
We wouldn't be having this topic right now in this podcast.
And I would be married, happy in Beverly Hills.
Wow. All right, okay. And then Illest Dimples, how many of your past boyfriends like the guy number one?
Boo, I'm here for a reason. 0. Like, men don't talk. Y'all don't talk. Y'all don't know how to communicate. That's why you're out here cheating also on top of it. Y'all can't tell us what your problem is. Like, boo, you're not doing the right things. You can't cook, babes. You can't get on top properly. Like, tell me what the issue is, boo. You out here marinating me for no reason and you like me. Tell me I'm doing the right thing.
I agree.
But I think the point he was trying to make, like, okay, if this is what you guys wanted, how many did you pick guys like that? But then you just kind of explained that you picked guys that you picked in your life. You never picked guys who were emotional, vulnerable. That's what he was trying to refer to.
Okay, can I be honest? I'm trying to be honest. I was marinated to thinking he was nice, and we got there.
Me too.
And when you were about